This is Micornus Phokane, the leader and the founder of Church Governance Solutions. And we have said that this week we're dealing with vision killers. It's an extract from a book written by a friend of mine, brother indeed, Pastor Goodman Mukwena of Next Level Church in Nelspruit. What a wonderful book. And I want to urge every pastor who's building a church, is building this particular material, is really teaching quite a lot as you're building. There are those of you who are still establishing churches. There are those of you who are really believing in building in that church. We're not talking about a church building, of course, as a structure, but we're talking about building the contents and the work in the church. And this is a very wonderful book by our brother Goodman Mukwena. And this week we are dealing with some extracts from this book. And vision killers, that's what we're dealing with. And today we're dealing with part 2 of this great topic. And I want us to pick up today on negative influences as vision killers. Now, negative influence can be a serious vision killer because remember that you get influenced by people around you. You get influenced by individuals that you get in touch with, you get in contact with, whether it's from within you as well or external, which is the people outside. But that influence, as long as it's negative, it is going to hamstring you and hold you back. And you find that the vision can be killed by so doing. Now, I want us just to look at external influences, because external influences will be the people around you. But I want to mention that sometimes there are those people that are not enemies to you, but they're friends, close friends of you. But as they are close, maybe even family members, sometimes they influence you negatively by just telling you you cannot make it. And sometimes they remind you of your background. Sometimes they remind you of what you've gone through, the failures that you've gone through. And as they do that, they actually snap some energy out of you. They're actually making to feel like I cannot make it because of the background that I'm coming from. That's negative influence. But remember also that negative influence may come from those that are loving you more. I mean, there are people that love you more to an extent that they cannot allow you to risk. And vision is a risk mostly. And we want to emphasize from this point that doing a vision is a risk. So now without risking, you may not be able to accomplish the vision that is at hand. And we want you to be aware of that you must actually make sure that you are going all out and risk. But the people that love you the most may not allow you to risk. They may discourage you when they think that you're going to risk your life in what you're doing in the vision. So negative influences may not only be from external. Sometimes it's from some emotions within, where you feel lazy, you feel exhausted all the time, or else you just feel like yourself, you're inadequate. I mean, that internal voice that say, but do you think you are it? And while it is questioning your identity, I want you to rise and urge you to rise and say, but I'm it. The fact that God has actually called me and given me a vision, it means that God trusts me. And we want to emphasize that when it comes with that still voice from within, and if it is not the voice that encourages you, but it's a voice that discourages you, that is negative influence. And I want to emphasize that. Now, sometimes, as I say, the body may feel like heavy, you are sick, and so on. But the vision must be driven even when the body is dragging you down. And majority of the people that have gone through that way, they found their healing along the way, whereby you take the challenge of saying, but I'm not well, but I will drive the vision of the Lord. So now this is very important that we do realize that. Now, 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33, be not deceived. Evil communication corrupts good manners. And I want you to understand that, because the evil communication that we're talking about might be from the people around. It might be from within yourself as well, as I've said. And that is why there are many people that will say, having two hearts. The other says I must do. The other one says I must not do. Now, those type of noises and communications that comes from within, they may actually distract the vision, and you may find that your vision is actually hamstrung as well. Now, associating with negativity is actually killing the vision, whether it's in relationships, and sometimes it's also not only relationships, it is actually what we call social media consumption. It's actually social media, or even the mainstream media, whereby you see all the negative things, and where you see all the people that have failed, where you see all this discouragement from people people are writing, and all those people that are confessing failure and telling others that you will not succeed in this in this area. So there are many of us who are discouraged by what we read, what we hear outside, actually, even what we listen sometimes and watch on television, and those type of things, because they are actually looking to be discouraging us. We are going to be discouraged as well. So make sure that the people that you relate with are the people that will encourage you, the people that will actually speak sense and speak more positive to you. Even when you feel like you are getting discouraged, these are the people that will support you and speak courage to your life. The next vision killer that I want us to dwell on today is lack of perseverance. Now, this is one of those things that many people are actually struggling with, where people are not consistent in what they're doing. They start something here, they leave it tomorrow. They don't want to continue. And when something seems like it is not going well, it looks like it is difficult actually to push this particular vision, there are many that give up. Now, when we speak about lack of perseverance, we speak about vision as much as it is called a calling from God. As much as it is given by God, you are going to need to navigate through perseverance. There are times when it is going to be difficult for you, where you're going to walk the path that is lonely, where it will look like nothing is happening at all for many years. And there are many people that are running ministries for the past 10 years, and it looks like you're still having about 5 members, you're still having 10 members, and it looks like nothing is happening. You need perseverance, my brother. A vision of God needs perseverance. We cannot actually start things and drop them. And the more you stop, and drop things, the more you cannot make a progress. Because remember that you cannot make a progress with something that you are not pursuing, with something that you have dropped, with something that you have stopped doing. You cannot make progress with that. But as long as your hands are still on this work of the vision, you must remember that even though it may look like it's not progressive enough, if you persevere and continue persevering, you're going to start to see the progress opening up. Now, this is a vision killer. And because sometimes we think that because it's the calling of God, we won't face challenges. But can I announce to you that you cannot avoid challenges in this world? We are not immune to challenges as men and women of God. We are actually facing challenges every day. And the challenges may actually not be targeting only you, but targeting the vision itself. Because the devil knows that if he kills the vision from you, you are actually somebody who is not worthwhile anymore. You would actually sometimes feel like you are not worthwhile, you're worthless in your life, because people are driven by the vision. Without the vision, you'll feel actually very discouraged. Now, this is something that we want to emphasize as well. That when it is going harder, or you're climbing up, or there are some pushbacks, there's some difficulties, it looks like you touch this, it falls off, and nothing seems to be happening. When things are not getting together, that is the right time that the word perseverance is being used. And that's the reason why we mentioned that you need to have perseverance within you. Now, the book of Galatians chapter 6, verse 9, it encourages believers, and let us not be weary in well-doing. For in due season we shall reap, of course, if we are not fainting. And this is very important, that we always continue not being weary of doing things, the right things. When you are pursuing the vision, that's the right thing to do. But don't be weary of doing that. Push the vision in season and out of season. Push the vision when it's difficult and when it's easier. And I want to emphasize that many times you will be faced up with difficult times. You're going to need to stand firm and be strong and push even when it's difficult to do so. Perseverance is the antidote to weariness. When you start to persevere, weariness go, tiredness go, that feeling of discouragement goes as well. It is very important. And please make sure that when you commit to something, you continue pushing to that commitment. And I want to emphasize that perseverance goes with consistency. And when you are a human being who believes in consistency, You don't start anything and not finish. Whatever you start, you tell yourself, I want to finish it and I want to see it through. And when you have told yourself to do so, you are going to be successful, definitely, in your life. And we want to emphasize that. Please make sure that you understand that you need to persevere, even though it may look very difficult, whatever you do. And I want to emphasize that you need to persevere and never faint. Because as you continue persevering, you are surely going to see the breakthrough very soon. And sometimes we give up when we were just 5 to seeing the breakthrough, when we're just few seconds from reaching the breakthrough. And I want to urge you today that if you're feeling like you're discouraged, you're feeling like you can't persevere anymore, hang on for a little longer. You'll start to see the breakthrough that is coming for you. We want to end up here today. This was part 2, of course, of this topic that speaks about vision killers. We want to thank you very much for listening to us and being part of this great topic. May the good Lord bless you. But before we check out, we want to remind you as well today that please check our social media platforms, Facebook page, Church Governance Solutions, a Facebook page, personal one, Micornus Phokane. So please click like and follow us on those pages. Make sure that you click notification buttons as well. We have got a YouTube channel. It's under Young Men Empowerment Forum. We have posted a lot of videos in the past in that platform as well. And we believe that you'll follow us there. And the good Lord will bless you as you do that. Don't forget our TikTok account as well. It is under Micornus Phokane. A lot of videos that we posted there, they are really trending. And we want to urge you to make sure that you share these platforms as well, the links to your loved ones, to the people that may be interested in listening to our teachings. And we believe that those pastors out there that are building churches, they will learn from you sharing for them these platforms. And there are many other teachings that we have put up in these platforms. And the good Lord will bless you. And allow us to check out right here until we meet again with part 3 of this great topic. May the good Lord bless you. And cheers for now.